Wicke. What do you teach?
I teach ELL, which is English Language Learners across the Marion School District.
What inspired you to become a teacher?
I don't know necessarily what inspired me, but it seemed like teaching is always what I wanted to do. Even as a kid, I used to make my little brothers and sisters be my students as we sat down in the basement, and my dad made a chalkboard on the wall, so I used to teach them, and I would do lessons every day and make them kind of be my little students.
What would your motto be as a teacher?
You know, it feels like there's different mottos all of the time that kind of come and go, but I really do like the motto of choose kind. Choose kind is one that kind of is something that came a few years ago when it was when we read Wonder, you know, as a class, and it's one of those things that just stuck with me. It's like, you know, I love the idea of if you had the choice to be right or to be kind, just to choose kind.
What is one goal you have for the school year?
Since it's a new school year for me, it's just to try to, you know, do this and just kind of plod through it. But the biggest thing for me with ELL kids is not necessarily just all of the teaching aspect of it, but just to build relationships with those families and kind of, because I think with that relationship piece, the teaching and learning just comes naturally after that relationship piece is built. But the other thing is just finding my way around buildings and getting used to everybody's schedules. I go to 4 different schools, so that's probably my biggest challenge.
What is your greatest pet peeve as a teacher?
I would say when students just give up, they just don't want to try. They'll say, I can't. And to me, I always try to work on mindset, which is like, I can't yet. Because really, I think as an adult now, when I look back, I think that some of the biggest challenges that I've had to work through were the things that stuck with me the most. So giving up to me is kind of like, you know, it's hard to break down those walls if you have a negative mindset.
What do you like most about teaching?
Oh, it's the relationships always. The kids that have become my friends as they become adults, and the teachers that I love, like my colleagues and teachers that I love to be with, staff, and parents too. I've become, you know, parents have become great friends of mine after I've had kids, and then their siblings and things like that too. So for sure, it's the people. The people make my job.
Is there anything you dislike about teaching?
Oh, wow. I would say that one of the hardest things about being a teacher is when you really put your heart into it, and it takes a lot of time. A lot of times teachers don't take time to take care of themselves. If you're sick, it's hard to be gone. Getting a sub is hard work. Being gone is hard work. When you come back, it seems like that work is waiting for you. So oftentimes what I've said is that when I retire someday, I'm just gonna have a job. It'll be a fun job that if I'm sick, I'll call in and say, I can't come in today, and they'll be fine with that. I don't have to, you know, hobble in and write out lesson plans and do all that other stuff. But being gone and taking care of yourself is tough when you're a teacher.
Do you have any advice for middle schoolers?
Yes, I do. I would just say to keep being yourself and just do you, you know what I'm saying? I think sometimes as I look back at as a middle schooler, I was really concerned about what other people thought more than kind of following my own heart. So just to be true to yourself and not necessarily, I should say, like, care what your peers think as much, but just kind of doing, you know, your best, kind of following your heart.